Good morning, students. I welcome you for the biology class. Today, in this particular video, I'll be discussing about the manures and fertilizers. So, what are manures? What are fertilizers? What are the advantages, disadvantages, and the differences between manures and fertilizers? So, both manures and fertilizers play an important role in the production of a healthy growth of a plant. So, these are added to the soil to maintain the fertility of the soil. The fertile soil is defined as a soil which is rich with all nutrients which is required for the growth of a plant. Coming to manuring. So, what is manuring? It is defined as mixing of soil with manure, which is required to increase the soil fertility. So, fertility, as we know, it's a soil which is rich with sufficient nutrients which help the plant for growth. Coming to manures. So manures, these are the organic substances which is obtained by the decomposition of plants and animal waste. So this is what is manure. So there are different types of manure. Farmyard. So farmyard, it consisting of cattle, dung, and urine. Coming to second one, compost. So it is formed by the decomposition of plants and animals. If decomposition is done with the presence of earthworm, we'll say it as vermicompost. If decomposition is done in the presence of bacteria, we'll say bacterial compost. And the third one is green manure. So this consisting of decomposed leguminous plants. So leguminous plants are the plants where the roots have a special bacteria and that bacteria which help in nitrogen fixation. Coming to advantages of manure. The advantages is as follows. It adds the nutrients to soil, it adds humus to soil, and it improves the quality of the soil. Coming to fertilizers. So these are basically a chemical substances which is supplied to the crop to increase their productivity. So these are used by the farmers daily to increase the crop yield. The fertilizers contain the essential nutrients which is required by the plants including nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. Coming to the types of fertilizers. So these are inorganic ones, so nitrogen as well as phosphorus. Coming to nitrogen, so these are mainly the nitrogen necessary which the plant require nitrogen as a basic thing, basic component. So it's a main constant for the chlorophyll, so which maintains a balance in the process of photosynthesis. So nitrogen is also required for the amino acid synthesis in plants and for proteins. So nitrogen fertilizers improve the production and the quality of agricultural products. Coming to the next, phosphorus. So, phosphorus fertilizer, as the name itself indicates, mainly it is rich with phosphorus. The efficiency of fertilizer it depends on the effective phosphorus content, the method of fertilizing, the properties of soil, and the crop strains. The phosphorus fertilizers is beneficial for the growth of roots of the plant. So these two are inorganic fertilizer. Coming to organic. So, organic fertilizers are basically the natural fertilizers which is obtained from the plants and animals. It enriches the soil with carbonic compounds essential for the plant growth. Organic fertilizers increases the organic matter content of the soil, promotes the reproduction of microbes, and changes the physical and chemical properties of the soil. Coming to organic fertilizers can be obtained by the following methods like following products agricultural waste, livestock manure, industrial waste, and the municipal sludge. Coming to the advantages of fertilizers. So they are easy to transport, store, and to apply. For supplying a specific nutrients, we can select the specific fertilizer due to which a nutrient specific plant can be grown. So they are water soluble and can easily dissolve in the soil. Means it's easily soluble in the water. So hence can be easily absorbed by the plants. So they have rapid effect on the crop. They increases the crop yield and they provide enough food to feed for a large population. Coming to the disadvantages, they are expensive. The ingredients are toxic to the skin and will also lead to respiratory disorders. Excessive use will damage the plants and also it reduces the soil fertility. So leaching occurs and the fertilizers reaches the rivers which causes eutrophication. And the long-term use will reduce the microbial activity and disturbs the pH value of the soil. In turn, it affects the growth of the plant. So manure adds nutrients to the soil without affecting its fertility. Yes, it does not damage the crops and produces a healthy plant. Whereas fertilizers are the chemicals which lowers the fertility of the soil if it is used regularly. So they can also damage the crop and make them unhealthy for consumption. Now, what is the difference between a fertilizer and a manure? So manure, it's basically organic substance. It provides all essential nutrients and the action is very slow. It adds humus to the soil and it is required in a larger number and it takes long time to show some results, better results, and it is difficult to store and to transport. It is biodegradable and it is prepared in fields. Coming to fertilizers, so these are basically inorganic substance which provides all the required and specific nutrients to the soil and the action is very fast. It does not add humus to the soil and it is required in a smaller number and it shows a very less result in a very less period of time. And these fertilizers are easy to store and transport and these are non-biodegradable and this can be prepared in laboratories. So industries will prepare these fertilizers. Thank you students. Have a nice day.